talk about how mid Sakamoto Days is, please?
Is that what we're doing?
Yes, please. I would love to talk about how mid Sakamoto Days is to, and I know it gets better, but I think what we're really seeing right now is like shonen right now is like at a very, very low point in anime for the season, just because last season we had 1,000 Year Blood War and Dan Dan airing at the same time. And like those both lived up to the hype and anticipation they had. Yeah. Sakamoto Days, as of right now, well, I'm not gonna sit here and say it's the worst thing ever. I don't think it's living up to the hype. I know, like, you know, you could look back at the ratings and see that Netflix gave it it had like 8.7 million views on the first episode, but I guarantee you the drop off from episode 1 to episode like 6 now, I think they're on.
Whatever it is. Now. Yeah.
Who knows at this point, because, you know, they'd be switching all this shit with the episodes. Bro, I guarantee you that shit has dropped by like 60% viewership. I guarantee you.
Yeah, I'm not even caught up on that shit, so that shit is kind of taking low priority with me.
I agree. I ain't gonna lie. I haven't been watching like the second. This is how I know if I'm like really locked into something. Like SoloLeveling, the second I get any free time on Saturday, I'm watching that shit. That's the first priority before I do anything.
We should.
You feel me? That's the same way it was with One Piece. Same way it was with Bleach 1,000 Year Blood War for the most part. Dan Dan especially, but that was a little bit lucky because they came out on Thursday by themselves. But yeah, Sakamoto Days, I might watch that shit on Tuesday, Wednesday. I might watch it on Friday before the next episode comes out. You know what I mean? Like, I think I'm riding off the cope of me really wanting this to be something special because the manga is fire. Like, the premise is fire. But so far, and honestly, too, they cut out a lot of shit, dog. Like, they cut out like a lot of little things that I feel like make Sakamoto Days a little bit special. Like, Dan Dan kept the little things that made Dan Dan special. Sakamoto, like, for example, in the second episode with the bus, like, that was a big moment to me, at least. Like, when I was reading it, I remember thinking like, dang, this makes it interesting, you know, which they retold in a different way as far as like his arrangement with his wife, you know, but it didn't hit the same as the manga. And it's not like it's some old, you know, better than the manga type thing. They literally told it differently than it was in the manga. So like,
yeah.
I'm hoping that with the second half, we just got the trailer for the second half of the season this morning. It's a lot more action packed. We have the order introduced last episode, so I'm hoping maybe we'll see a little bit of a turnaround. But I don't know.
I think like it's gonna pick up now with the order and stuff. Like I feel like now we're starting to get into what we all love Sakamoto Days for, and that's what like diving into the order and like the slur and all of them too.
Yeah,
like that's gonna be tough. I'm excited for that, but at the same time, I just feel like a lot of people aren't going to watch to that point.
Yeah, nah,
is what it feels like.
It's probably gonna be like a season 2 thing where everybody really hops on the bandwagon, kind of like with Jujutsu Kaisen, because Jujutsu Kaisen season 1 was good, but I think people understanding the hype of Shibuya, the Gojo fight that was happening while Shibuya was airing, made people like kind of speed run through 1. Then they got to 2 where you fall in love with Jujutsu Kaisen. You know what I mean? Because part 1 was a little bit slow. Like,
it was a little slow, but like at the same time,
they had a lot of good moments.
That's where the animation came in, though.
Yeah, they carry. They did carry.
Gave it its shine. Like Sakamoto Days doesn't have that same type of like.
It's not getting that ufotable treatment.
Yeah, it's not getting that treatment where
who the fuck animated shit? TMS.
Dr. Stone's animation studio.
Oh my.
Oh, well, now that makes even more sense with the art style too, and like how it's.
Oh no, 100%.
It does. It looks similar.
Dr. Stone doesn't need like the animation to really carry, so like it's fine with Dr. Stone. And in a few moments they do. I mean, they probably have so much budget saved up that they can just make it cook a little bit.
Yeah.
Sakamoto Days, bro was doing something every fucking episode, chopping somebody's fucking tonsils out. Like, you know what I mean? Like
the tonsils is crazy.
I don't know. We'll hopefully get a little bit better. This I have high hopes for it. I'm locked in. I'm gonna watch it either way because I respect the story.
Yeah. I'm also like super excited because I haven't read too far into the manga. I think I stopped after like the first like super main arc, like when they're in the museum.
Okay.
So I know it's about to pick up there, and I'm excited to see like that old ass dude with the sword. I think his name is like Takamura, or I forgot what his name was, but I heard he's tough, so I'm excited for that. I saw at one point people were saying on Twitter, they were like, bro already got more aura than Sukuna after like one chapter.
Get the fuck out of
bro.
here, dog. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. You lucky I ain't see that shit. I'll be itching to make a video about JJK. Somebody give me a reason. Y'all gonna turn me from Sakamoto's biggest supporter to Sakamoto's biggest hater real quick.
Hey, well, I think that's a perfect segue. I think, speaking about JJK, we had a pretty big topic talking about the Sung Jin Woo versus Kagaga.
Calgarin. I think that's Calgargan.
Calrissian.
It's Tusk, nigga. It's Tusk.
Yeah, Tusk. Sung Jin Woo versus Tusk. Dog. Yeah, somebody, one of the manga meat writer, Lord of the Alliance, the manga man, the myth, the legend himself started this thing. In fact, I might be able to show y'all better than I can tell y'all real quick.
Oh, they seen the video.
Okay, look, for just in case, maybe my followers or maybe Marx's followers that didn't see it. This man, still in his bonnet, he still had a little bit of sleep crust in his eyes after watching the episode. He might have been crying, it might have been sleep crust. I can't tell by the way he was glazing this episode, but he said this was the greatest anime episode he's ever seen. Man, and then he brought up Jujutsu Kaisen in the same breath. Immaculate. In the same breath. Look at this man. Hold on.
I need that shit in my veins.
Look at this man. Look at him.
That is
peak coke.
That is crazy. It's
but
crazy.
look at the comments though. I had to watch it twice. They know ball.
Nah,
they know ball.
You read about that. To soak that episode in, you definitely did have to watch it twice. But to say it was on the same level as Sukuna versus Maharaga is kind of crazy.
I don't think it's crazy to say.
Oh my God, what?
I don't even think it's crazy to say.
Bro, but the Sukuna versus Maharaga fight was like a final product. Like that was, they added scenes to that.
That's a skill issue. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, my TV didn't even have enough pixels the first time. I had to go watch it on a better TV, just so I could really absorb everything that was happening.
Hey man, they added shit to this fight too.
Bro,
they did the same shit.
Let me explain something. This is how you know it's not better. Because one thing about a fight is build up. So you start with hands, you power up, then you have the ultimate, whatever finishes the boss off. This nigga Tusk got finished by falling backwards. Bro, that was the biggest part of the show episode. Bro got roped around like some cattle or some shit, and Sung Jin Woo pulled the rope and he just fell backwards. You feel me? That was the climax of Sung Jin Woo. You feel me? And then after he got finished off by the generals or whatever, that was hard.
Yeah.
But
tough.
You can't put that next to, bro. Sukuna was throwing Maharaga through skyscrapers. There was a helicopter, a innocent bystander flying a plane.
Bro, you need to be there.
Sukuna had the meanest pump fake in history. He had the meanest pump fake in history and kept pump faking that hoe 10 times. Bro, did y'all see when they were swapping hands? That shit switched to Maharaga's perspective.
Yeah.
And Sukuna was giving him that work.
Listen, Maharaga got thrown through a plane. He got thrown through multiple skyscrapers. He got thrown through a train. He got thrown through literally anything you can get thrown through
so
in a major city.
So you're saying Sukuna versus Maharaga is the knockoff version of Invincible versus Omni-Man?
Come on, we're not doing that. He fought him underwater. He fought him in a train station, bro. He fought him in the air.
Because Invincible versus Omni-Man did that shit
it wasn't animated,
and it looked 10 times worse.
Yeah, I'm about to say, come on.
Hey, but the fight, you could say that shit was better.
Come on now, they left some of them frames at the crib with that. We're not doing that. We're not doing that.
We really not gonna compare Invincible animation to any of these, bro. Let's not.
No, we're not. I'm just
Invincible don't even got the best animation in Prime Video, bro. Vox Machina got better animation than
no, there's a lot of things that have better animation than Invincible.
Ken, look us in the eyes right now. You think this was better than Sukuna vs. Maharaga? You fully believe that, with a conviction. You believe that with gusto. Yeah. You believe that with your heart of hearts.
And this not gonna be the only one this season.
Oh my God, he really believes it. This is real.
Oh, but
is this what I look like with all those months of Gojo Cope? Is that what I look this? That's what I look like?
Mm-hmm.
Yo, that is.
I just do it better though.
Oh,
bro. I feel like
I left those niggas speechless.
Hey, pause. What? Nigga, what?
They couldn't say no words for a few minutes.
Poor Marcus. Every week he just gets caught in some crazy work. Pause. You know, all right. What are you saying, Marcus? Say what you were saying, bro.
Anyway. Moving on from that. I feel like if we're gonna compare like Sung Jin Woo versus Tusk, I'll just say that for now. I feel like we gotta compare that to like a more reasonable thing. Like we shouldn't be comparing it to a end of the season fight that like has like that was like the peak of JJK.
Hey, that shit's not even better than Choso versus Yuji in the middle of that shit. Come on, bro. What are you talking about?
Hey, yes,
if you want to do that.
Hey, wait. I ain't gonna lie. The scenes with Igris fighting them other things was low-key better than that fight.
And it was only 0.8 seconds of it.
What I'm saying. It only needed 1 second. It was still better.
All right. So I'm gonna list off a series of fights that happened mid-season, and y'all are gonna sit here and tell me if Sung Jin Woo versus Karga is better than them. All right.
All right.
Go ahead.
First one, Yuji versus Choso.
Yep.
Nope. Yuji versus Choso slams. Come on now. We're not doing that. Are we serious?
Rating says.
Did y'all see them? Y'all saw them blood laser? Bro, are we serious? Ken, look me in my eyes, bro. You really think that was better than Yuji in the rain? The water was raining down on them. They was just throwing hands locked in anime. Come on, bro.
Nah, I think I'm gonna agree with Ken on this one. I'm gonna agree with Ken on this one.
Because I ain't gonna lie. It was also like a full frame, like war type battle. So did you not see how they were switching POVs to like the orcs when Igris?
Did you see the POV switches with Choso versus Yuji?
It was cool, but I'm just saying, that was only 2 people. It had 19 different niggas in the fight.
Yeah, but like that more doesn't make it better. Y'all be telling me this all the time. More isn't better.
And guess what?
The best cuts had Igris, and those are only like 7 or 8 seconds each of them. I know because I had to clip them for my video.
Them cuts was
it was the consistency in the animation though. It was the consistency in the animation. Like I feel like they were throwing hands for so long, and it was getting animated so smoothly for like a longer periods amount of time than Yuji versus Choso. Don't tell me that's cap either.
Oh, we gonna pull the footage. We bringing this one to TikTok. We bringing this one to TikTok.
Because you also gotta think about it too. In those fighting sequences, it was still other niggas throwing hands in the background in those.
Yeah, but that shit was. We don't give a fuck about bots. Fucking with robo animation in the background. Come on, kid. It's not like you saw Igris in the background going crazy. Like no, it was just bots. Like what are we talking about?
Still going dumb.
Bro, we were watching. Oh, okay. So if they would have added a few bots of humans in the background, just throwing the ones like that would have made Choso versus.
It had the same environment and aura as it's basically like when them niggas was charging Winterfell when Jon Snow.
And this is just from an aesthetic point. Like we add the meaning. Choso slowly kind of starting to think this nigga is his brother in the fight. Like, come on, bro.
But we had the meaning too when you find out that the orcs is understanding that they in the presence of a monarch. That's why them niggas is glitching.
See, now you just told us some shit that we don't know. This nigga just had to spoil it.
Hey man, the shit been out for 15 years, goddamn it.
He had to spoil it to prove a point. Are we serious?
The shit been out for years. Everybody knows that shit.
Dog. That would be like
they got a whole sequel series, nigga. Everybody knows.
All right, next one.
Okay.
All right. Fern versus the one demon in the mid-season, or Sung Jin Woo versus Kabba.
Oh, Sung Jin Woo. Even though that Fern fight was tough, Sung Jin Woo.
I probably have to give it to Sung Jin Woo. Yeah.
Fair enough. Yeah, that one was kind of the easy one. I had to sprinkle in, some easy one. All right. Deku versus Shigaraki, or Sung Jin versus
which one though?
Yeah, they did fight twice. You're talking about the one the last season?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ooh, that was kind of tough by the time he got there.
Yeah, but animation low-key wasn't as good.
No, that part was straight. Oh, okay.
Yeah, it still wasn't as good. Yeah. But the fight was clean, but the animation wasn't up to snuff to make the fight better as what it should be.
I don't know. There's some clean cuts in that, I feel like.
But the overall animation for it still wasn't up to par.
But that one kind of it has a little bit of the Sukuna versus Maharaga effect where it was just a bigger fight in general. Like, you know what I mean? Like
they did a bigger fight and that shit looked better.
What?
I said they did a bigger fight, Solo Leveling, and that shit looked better.
Yeah, using bigger in two different meanings.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, I'm saying on a grander scale, they're fighting in like, oh, they're destroying a city, they're over it. Like,
I mean,
also
bro,
there are
do you not
multiple
see how big that castle was in that castle?
Bro said, y'all not see how big that room was? Yes, it was not an open air fucking fight.
That shit was gigantic.
Good God, Ken. Okay.
I'm not letting any agenda die.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie though. I might have to put the Bakugo and
that fight. Oh, 100%.
I might have to put that over. Yeah, I might have to put that over Sung Jin-woo versus. I don't know if I can actually put. I don't know.
No,
I think the animation to that might have been a little bit better.
That one was almost movie. Like,
I don't think it was as flashy, but I think like just quality wise,
they had good choreography.
Bakugo versus Deku, right? Like when they snuck out the fight.
Yeah, in the streets after dark. No, they had good choreography. And like it meant something.
What are you talking about, Marcus?
I was talking about Bakugo's alleged,
Oh, okay.
I don't want to spoil.
Oh, last season. Oh,
yeah.
Oh, shit.
That was tough.
It was tough, but I don't
think I can't put that one better than Soul Leveling, though. I don't think. But Sung Jin Woo versus
fair enough.
Calgaron. Kara got
just call the nigga tough.
How about Hoshina versus the Red Kaiju or Sung Jin Woo versus Kargagon?
It's still Sung Jin Woo.
Hold on. Let me calculate this real quick before I just jump out the window and glaze.
That Hoshina fight was tough.
The Hoshina fight was tough, but it was only like 3 minutes. The Sung Jin Woo shit was pretty much, well, it was only like 9 minutes, but yeah.
It was tough though. I think also like Sung Jin Woo just had like more elements in the fight, animation wise. I feel like too.
That's facts.
Hoshina versus the Kaiju wasn't as like flashy either. It was like more like hands being thrown kind of because of Hoshina, the way he fights. But the choreography was on point for that. I thought that was tough.
No, that's facts.
But we could move on to the upcoming Solo Leveling fights this season.
Oh yeah.
If you could pull that up, Jay, Ken, we got this beautiful list for you here because we know after what we just witnessed with Sung Jin Woo versus Kargagon that we got even more fights coming up. So we wanted to ask you, out of the list we're about to show you, what fight sequence are you most excited for?
Okay. Where's the list popping up?
Bro, you exposing me and slow. Relax. Marcus was doing his best to stall for time. And Ken like, what's this nigga doing? No, I'm playing. All right, so here's the list. So episode 7, we have versus Isel. I think I said that right. Mm-hmm. Episode 8 versus Baran. They about to go on a run. 9 versus Goto, and then last is versus me. I mean Biru.
Okay, I ain't going. So Goto is he's like the strongest Japan S rank nigga, but I ain't gonna lie. Sung Jin Woo's fight versus Baran, I think that low key might be the next up in terms of like rankings. I think it's gonna be better than Isel and Goto because he actually struggles against that Demon King in the Red Castle. Like he's not just straight up clearing that nigga like off rip. Like that demon, he's struggling a lot, and it's gonna be some back and forth going on in between that shit. Like he had to really work for that shit. So I think that fight is going to be probably going to be like the number 2 fight of the season for real.
Ooh, you saying but it's not on Biru's level?
No, but the thing is like Biru didn't necessarily like Sung Jin Woo didn't like struggle as much against Biru because at that time, like after he didn't fought Baron and he didn't fought Goto, he just got to a whole new level of strength.
Yeah.
So like when he comes up against Biru, like it's more so like Biru's moment is going to be just him just wiping and stomping all the S rank niggas and just like you just seeing like how crazy that nigga really is, and then him and then Sung Jin Woo's like, oh, so this is the nigga, and then the Ant King is like, oh, so you're their king, huh? Okay, bet. They clash a little bit, and then Biru kind of understands like I'm not really a match for this nigga.
So it's really, that fight is basically like showing you like the power cliffing of like Sung Jin Woo compared to like the rest of the S ranks.
Essentially, yeah. Because he has to essentially save the rest of the S rank niggas.
It looks like the comments agreeing with you. Young Leash, appreciate the comment. He said Baran might actually be the best fight of the season anime-wise because it's a full-scale fight. So it sounds pretty much what you're saying, which is funny because everybody in the comments always glazes the fuck out of Biru. So you would expect when you get there, like they might be setting our expectations a little too high.
I think it's because Biru becomes a shadow though, right?
Yeah. Wait, hold on. Don't tell me which ones, but all these niggas don't become shadows?
No.
Okay, type shit.
Shit.
Well, of course, Godo doesn't. He's a human, but okay.
Hey, well, he did turn.
Well,
you'll see what happens with Godo shit though, but it's something completely different happens. But yeah, no, it's just more so Biru's moments is not really going to be against him fighting Sung. It's really just going to be just showing the difference in power between S ranks and then like national level hunters.
That makes sense. So now, which of these fights do you think will be able to quote unquote break the internet? And when I say that, I don't mean it like necessarily like Dragon Ball Super to where it was like a worldwide phenomenon, but actually give Crash Crunchyroll, because last time it kind of like fucked Crunchyroll up for a minute, but it didn't necessarily like end people's viewing experience for 2-3 hours. You know what I mean? Now, and that in order to crash it, it doesn't necessarily have to be the best fight, because Biru might have a little bit more buildup since it's 4 episodes deep of back-to-back peak. You know what I mean? So if you had to pick one of these to actually like fuck up Crunchyroll servers, like have them shit sizzling, which one do you think it would be?
I mean, I think it's gonna be Biru for sure. Like,
okay,
I think it's too much hype behind that shit. It's just way too much hype, and it's gonna be an hour-long thing too.
Oh yeah, that's facts. I forgot about that.
It's gonna be
Crunchyroll servers are fucked. That's what happened with Attack on Titan. Oh my god.
Yeah, it's gonna be a double release episode. So basically, 11 is gonna be just Biru going stupid against them niggas, and then 12 is Sung Jin Woo versus Biru. So I think that whole sequence right there is gonna probably crash everything.
It's gonna be crazy.
Because the Godo shit too. Because that nigga's involved in the
Biru stuff, right?
Yeah. So like, and Sung Jin Woo isn't the one that kills that nigga. So
wait.
Bro, this man can.
Yeah, I was like, he be right there. He be right there. That he just has to like say.
This man always gotta say like, just.
Yeah. Sorry, promise.
Bro, all the niggas read that shit. That shit been out.
This man. All right.
That shit been out.
Hey, manga readers are worse at spoiling things than JJK. I do not give a fuck. I promise you.
Nah, that's just not true. That's just not true.
Bro, I promise you.
Can't agree with that.
The more videos you make, the more you will see about T-Bait. Listen, by my like 3rd or 4th T-Bait video, I knew what was gonna happen for the next 100 chapters.
Bro. Everybody knows about Gojo almost. Like
but that was like a different. That was different. Think about it. Manga is niche. Like the shit that happened to Gojo. I mean, Meg Thee Stallion knew about it. You know what I mean? Like Usher knew about it. That's different. That was like a once in a lifetime type shit.
But Solo Leveling has been done and out before JJK though, so it's been done for
T-Bait hasn't.
But the shit for T-Bait though has been out since before JJK too.
Good God. They're still spoiling the shit out of me.
I mean, oh yeah, for sure. I've seen the comments, but I will just say that these 2 series have just been out for longer. So like most niggas know kind of what happens.
If I ever need a lawyer, I'm definitely hiring Ken. I ain't gonna lie. I'm definitely hiring Ken. Because I thought I could argue, but Ken is one of the few people that makes me actually tired of arguing. I'll be like, never mind. You got it. It's if you ask any of my friends, anybody that knows me, they'll be like, what? Like, because I'll literally argue to death. Ken, I'll be like, okay, you right. You right, buddy.